Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Rollcase TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of subtle differences. Is it a bug or is it a design flaw? Some people don't, they just say bugs when things are really just design flaw. I just finished a race, right? And it took me all the way back to the career tab because I don't know if it's because I won some award or something, but after the race, it took me to the career tab. Now, I was down here doing a semi-pro race, but it took me to the career tab at the rookie level because that's the top of the menu. And then I come here and it's highlighting the first option, even though I was doing touring. That's the last category I was in. And when I come here, it takes me back to the top of the list, even though the last race I did was this one. It drives me crazy that after every race, I have to go all the way back through all the menus so that I can get back to where I was. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just take you back to where you were? I think it's a design flaw. I don't think it's a bug because it affects everything. I don't know what the design requirements were for this, to be honest. All right, fully upgraded. I think my car is fully upgraded. Now this, I think, is a bug. It keeps, because in other race series, it would default select you to the car you just had. But see, you notice just before this was a different car showing up here. It was my car. But now once I hit it, it changes it to, oh, your default car is this one here, which I love the Audi A4 Quattro. I actually own an Audi A4 Quattro, as I said earlier in the stream, last YouTube episode. But that's not the car I picked for the race. I might very well have picked the car had I had the 62,000 credits, but I don't have the 62,000 credits and I don't want to spend them on that. So instead, I'm going with the Alfa Romeo. Because as you see, I have a nice... This is why I do custom liveries in games where I can do custom liveries, because that's how I know that that's the car that I want. Alright, anyway. Well, it would have told me anyway, because let's clean it or spray it, so it looks nice. So, see, subtle differences. Design flaws take you all the way back to the beginning. That seems to be by design. It's a bad design, versus bugs, where I think by design they're supposed to take you back to the car you just used in that category, and instead they're taking you to a completely different car. Alright, is this a single race or is this I have day rain 5-lap circuit race. It doesn't say it's an event. I don't have event standings. If I start the race, I can pause it and it'll tell me. I'm going to actually do that. Skip this. Hold the button down. Fully upgraded classic touring car, circuit racing, finished the event in first place. It does not tell me. I think it's just one race. And see, that's my teammate there. Once I get ahead of him, now I'm telling him to back off and hold. And he's supposed to... I cannot tell me what the, whether he listened to me or not, but my engineer says, will say, he can't hold right now. But my teammate almost beat me in the last race, so I'm not putting any money. You can upgrade your teammate, but the only thing I've upgraded with him is if I tell you to hold, I want you to hold. You can upgrade the chance that he'll listen to you, and the other thing you can upgrade with your teammate is you can give him less money, so he takes a smaller cut, which is very unfair. As you upgrade him, you tell him more. You know, he's more and more obedient, but he's getting paid less and less. There's something bad that it says about capitalist society. I'm sure it would just be capitalism. Something bad about society and greed that says, you know, the way to upgrade your employees is to make them work harder and take less for it. For the people that you have power over. I guess I'm not the owner of the team, but I'm in charge. I'm large and in charge. I'm the lead driver. I can make. I shouldn't even be the one to decide how much he gets paid. Come on, guys. You know, what kind of role playing is this? What role am I playing here? Am I playing the role of the driver? You know, all-star hero driver? Or am I playing the role of you know, owner or team manager or whatever, racing engineer, manager? I guess it's the owner that decides, of the racing team, that decides how much somebody gets paid, what cut they take. I mean, I don't know. Owners probably defer that to somebody else that's in charge of that. Director of personnel or something. I don't know. I'm supposed to be racing for a small independent organization. But I left the team that I was on in the story mode and starting my career. I don't know if it was forming my own team or I think it was forming my own team. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was. But whatever the story was, I ignored it anyway because they spent way too much money. I talked about the difference between design flaws and bugs. It would be nice if they put more money into developing the actual game than developing the paying the actors and the writers for the horrible story mode. They obviously spent a lot of money to put into the story because they paid live actors to do it. And the acting isn't awful. The characters are very one-dimensional, but you can't blame the actors. The actors seem to be pretty good. You know, I mean, decent professional actors, people that make their money on acting, not like community, you know, community theater actors. But the writing is just terrible. They pay professional actors, but they wrote the script. You know, they had programmers write the script for the story mode. Software developers wrote the script. That you should not be doing that. Allowing software developers to write the game script. But there are professionals who know how to do that. I mean, there are in big games, and this is a big game title. Big organization title. Highway Buster! Can't you do story with friends on this game? Story mode, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what you can do. I played through the story mode and just got turned off from it, so I haven't played it. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I haven't seen you on stream in a while. Yeah, the story mode is just, if you actually watch the cutscenes, they're way too long. You can skip the cutscenes, but still, even if you skip the cutscenes, you know, they tell you the story in text and everything. You have to, you know, sit through all these things while they're loading the games. Plus, the other thing is, I could never do a story mode playthrough for YouTube, because the story mode for the base game only takes like an hour to get through. It's like 30 races. You have the game you're currently playing the game? You have the game currently on. Okay. Well, you tell me. Can you do multiplayer story mode? That might be interesting if you could do that. Can you do multiplayer career mode? Obviously, you can do multiplayer any kind of races. Speaking of multiplayer, I'm going to need your assistance on one stream. I don't know how many months from now, but I want to get 100% in on SnowRunner. And there's one region you can't get 100% unless you have somebody else. You have to do a multiplayer race. You know the one. It's probably one that you don't want to play. We're friends. You'll do me a favor, right? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, I finished the event, right? Calling on you. Okay, now they take me back to the menu because I unlocked something. You unlock something every time. There's like almost nothing you can do that doesn't unlock you. Okay. So they take me back to the main menu. They might take me back to the main menu regardless of whether you unlock something. I don't know because I've always unlocked something, which puts me back under the rookie category, which is not where I left off. So I have to select semi-pro, and they put me at the beginning, which is not where I left off. So I have to select touring, and then they put me back in the first race, which is not where I left off. So I have to go down here and go to the Super Tourers Event 1. So now I get to pick a different car. Wait a minute. They didn't let me pick a car. They're giving me a default car, apparently. Now, I could go back. This might also be a bug, so I'm actually going to go back and verify that I only have one car available. Again, they go here and here. I did not pay attention to what it was. Touring. Okay, what is the Super Tourers? Okay, how many cars are in Super Tourers, and do I have that car? And you know how I find out? I can't find out here. And I could go to the garage, right, to find out what the car classes are? No, I can't do that because all it tells me is that they're touring cars. I can go over the touring, but it doesn't tell me the class, whether it's Super Touring or Semi-Touring or whatever. The only way to tell that is to go into the race creator, come here, edit a race, say the race discipline is circuit, say the class is Super Tourers, and now there's actually 3 different cars I could choose from. So why did they just give me one? I go to the vehicles. I should be able to select the Camaro, the Falcon, or the Holden. Okay, Camaro, Falcon, Holden, Supercar, Super Tourer, Supercar. Okay. Camaro, Falcon, Holden. No, I don't actually want to make changes. So now let's come over here to the garage. Tourer. And I have the... I may not have any of these available. Holden Supercar, which I don't own. Okay. The Camaro, I have to complete the Tourers Event 2 to even be able to drive it, which I'm not allowed to compete in yet. Okay. So if I do Event 2, I'll be able to use it for Event 3, but I can't use it for Event 2. And here, I could do it if I complete Sewer Tour Event 1, but I have to spend money for it. So what I would really want... No, I don't have to spend money for it. So either the Falcon or the Camaro, but I have to take a loaner for either of these, because I can't use them yet. This one I could buy, and I have the money to buy, but I have no way of knowing whether they would actually use it if I bought it, because they're picking a car for me, so I have no idea what car I've got. Oh, this is so frustrating. The design of this game is so poorly implemented. Either poorly designed or poorly implemented, one or the other. Oh, I can't do that right now, Highway. Sorry. I'm in the middle of a stream. So, after the stream, if you're still around, then we can try it, alright? Yeah, this is going out on YouTube and whatnot, so I can't interrupt my flow, as it were. Okay, so is it always going to be... Oh, now I get to see what car they chose for me. Okay. So it is the one that I could have bought had I had the money to buy. It is possible to race with others. In career mode or in story mode? In career mode? Do you become teammates then? I don't know. Let's check that out after my stream. In a couple hours, I'll be done streaming and then we can check that out. In a little less than a couple hours. No, I'm in the Ford. Okay, so they put me in the Ford. So I could buy the Ford. Okay, so after this race, I'll buy the Ford. I think I only have to finish one race to buy the Ford. The Camaro needed 2 races, and the other one I had to spend money on, but I could buy right away. I think. Now, it only said I had to complete it. Did it say I had to do the event objectives, or just complete it? Ah! Sorry, Highway, I can't read your chat right now. Also, I don't have my tablet in my usual place, so I had to plug it in, so it makes it even harder. Oh, this is an elimination event, too, so I can't... Well, fortunately, it didn't put me at the back. If it put me at the back, it would have been much worse. Oh, I know, you know what I could have done? Before I started the other race, well, I didn't have to start it, I just abandoned it. I could have gone into the tuning and it would have told... No, you know what? I don't even think it tells you what car you're driving on the tuning menu, because you only get like 5 tuning options. One of these days, I'll check that out. Okay, I don't even know what my event objectives are. 6th or higher. Okay, well, I will have met my objective now, unless I somehow get knocked out of 6th place. I've already met my objective, which I might get knocked out of 6th place. Oh no! Oh, I thought that was somebody's nemesis. I saw red there. I got nervous. Once you form a nemesis in this game, if you hit somebody, you get a nemesis. That's like Grid's, you know, Grid's conceit for their titles. You can get nemesis, and if you get a nemesis, they actually go faster than you. They get like a speed boost to their car. So not only will they try to hit you and get revenge, even though they're probably the one that caused the accident in the first place, they'll get a little speed boost as well. I mean, it's okay. It's an arcadey thing. The game is not meant to be a super serious sim or anything. So it's an interesting kind of dynamic. It would be nice if you could get a speed boost if somebody hits you. They're super aggressive in this game, more and more aggressive as you increase the difficulty level. And there's only one AI difficulty setting, unlike, say, Forza Horizon, or not Forza Motorsports, where you can set AI like a speed difficulty and an aggression difficulty. I think Motorsports does that. I know there's some games that do that. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, F1 or something. But yeah, there's only one difficulty setting for the AI. There's lots of difficulty settings as far as things you can turn on or off. Yeah, as far as the AI difficulty, there's only one setting. Things you can turn on and off, like turn up your ABS and your traction control and stuff like that. And other things too, like turning on or off the flashbacks, which I've done. I hate that idea. Besides, I would have to dedicate another button on my controller to do flashbacks, and I got my controller buttons already set. When I'm an old man set in my ways, the last thing I want to do is change my controller setup. Okay, you're being annoying. I can't see if this is my nemesis or my rival. No. My teammate, though, is in third place. I don't want him to pass me, so I'll tell him to hold back. Yeah, request to defend. Even if it means you're going to get eliminated sooner, I want you to defend. Because I am the hero of this story. I carry this team. I mean, I'm guaranteed 6th place now, but, you know, I'm as well as I can. Oh! How is it that I miss that turn every time? I should know this after 20 laps or however many laps I've done. The guy behind me is pretty serious. He's not marked as a rival or a nemesis. He's pretty serious. Oh, sorry, buddy. He's also out of it. Okay. Yeah, like I think that's an old comment. I can race with others. Yeah, but I don't. You'll have to let me know. We'll have to experiment after the stream. We'll figure it out. That'll be a lot of fun. And, oh, my guy finished third. So, we should have won. Oh, team. Yes, of course. Try Hard Racing wins. Try Hard Racing always wins. Okay, now I should be able to actually upgrade that car and change the livery. That's more important. Oh no, it was a multi-race event. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have figured out when it said event. Because I wasn't paying attention. I don't know how many races. And see, the problem with multi-race events in elimination is, well, the problem with multi-race events in general is they do reverse order starts based on where you are placed in the event. And multi-race event, and it doesn't even matter. It's like you finish first in the first race, and then last in the second race, and overall you're third. They'll still put you third from the back. So my position is going to be last because I finished first in the first elimination. I would have been much better off had I known it was a multi-race event, not finishing in first. Because the one type that's the most difficult to win, I think, other than drifting, which I hate, is elimination races, because you don't have very much time to get out of the bottom 3 or whatever it is that they eliminate first. Bottom 2. So, especially how aggressive they can be at the start. Okay, I can be kind of aggressive too at the start, I will admit. I gotta get out of elimination here. Oh no! Somebody rear-ended me. I'm gonna be eliminated. Okay, whew! Barely survived that. I probably have 17 Nemesis now, though. Oh, somebody else rear-ended me. Oh, somebody's doing it again! They're trying to push me into the wall. Well, this will be an action-packed race, I'll say that. Elimination is an intense format. Now, because of the way the scoring works in multi-race events, and the fact that the AI, they don't have the same couple of AI cars always being your rivals, your near peers on the race course. Like, everybody can possibly win a race. The people that won the first, that were in the pole position on the first race are not likely to be still in the pole position on the second race. So I only have to get, like, in the points in order to win the event. I don't have to, win one race and then finish 2 or 3 in the second, on the podium. I should say podium. I don't have to finish on the podium in the second race to still almost be certain of winning the overall event if I win the first event. In fact, if I finish just on the podium in the first 2 events, I'm almost guaranteed to win. And I don't even have to win. I only have to finish 6th or better, I think they said. So. So I think I've pretty much got this locked up. Surviving that first little bit was very close. I almost got eliminated when I got pit maneuvered into the wall there, just as I had made it into the position I needed. The elimination race is going to be kind of long, too. And that's the other thing. One nice thing about the game is you can set, and I know Forza Motorsports did this too, you can set career mode scale, the race scale. How am I saying this? So you can say, oh, I want long career races or short career races, and they'll change the number of laps of your races. So I have it on just the default X1, and partly that's because I'm streaming this and I don't want one race to last for an hour. But you can turn it all the way up to like ×5, so that instead of a 5-lap race, you end up with a 50-lap race. Which, to be honest, I would prefer. Like I said, I wouldn't be doing that. Oh, another Nemesis. But it doesn't apply the same scaling to anything but lap races. So in something like elimination races, the elimination races are still the same scale. It's not like they give you more time between eliminations. So you might have a 50-minute circuit race, normal circuit race, followed by a 10-minute elimination race. Which is, which is a little, it's uneven and interrupts the flow. I'm going to be eliminated right now, but it's okay. 4th place is good enough. I'll definitely win it, the event, if, is that the event score? Yeah, that's got to be the event score. Not the race score, because I did not win that last race. Now it shows teammate as plus, so I think that does mean I get more money if it doesn't show his cut. I'm completely confused on what those things mean. My goal was going up for my teammate, which I think means the better I make my teammate, the more money I will get positive. But then also I can lower his cut. So maybe I do want to make him better, but not so much better that he might potentially beat me. I don't know. I'm ignoring that aspect of this game. Won it overall. Team. We won it. So I don't need to make him better for the team score to go up. But is it the team money or is it just his position? Okay, again, I unlocked the vehicle, which is the one I just raced, which is good. Fine, that's good. That's what I would want. So now I can go in and customize it, because my assumption is that that's the vehicle they're going to force me to use. But you know what they say about assuming, don't ya? So I'm going to actually pick this and see if they still force me to use it. No, now I can use anyone I want. Oh, was I using the holding? Well, it doesn't matter because I couldn't upgrade it regardless. But I now own the Ford, so I could use that. I guess I was using the holding as a rental, because that's the livery I had. Right? No, it told me I was racing in the Ford. Maybe they just default to that one. Like they were doing in the last race. They defaulted to one that, because they wanted you to buy it, I guess. No, I'm racing the Ford. And I am going to... oh, I might not be able to upgrade it, though, unless I race enough miles in it. Oh, so how they do this is so lame. Let's find it. Let's find it. I'm getting myself distracted. There it is. Okay. That's the livery I want. Customize it. Secondary goes here. Tertiary goes to the same place. And don't hit default. Say back. Okay. And now, upgrade. And I'm not eligible for the upgrades. Oh, because they didn't give me the... Did they not tell me I was driving the Ford? Well, I want to drive the Ford because I'll make more money than driving the rental. But at least I can drive the Ford now. Okay, but I'll have to drive it unupgraded. I might have to do a pickup race. You know what? I better go back and check. Because if this is the second... If there's only 3 races, I might have to do level 1 upgrades. I think there are only 3 races. Which, is it going to take me back to where I was? No! Look at that! I just backed out of a race and they took me right back to the beginning again. Oh, that's so frustrating. How many races are in this? Okay, this is the Super Tour Finals. Super Tour's Event 2. Okay. Right, Super Tour Event 1, unupgraded. Super Tour Event 2, and then Super Tour Finals. So they don't have the max upgrade. But I really should get level 1 upgrades for this, because there's only 3 races, and based on my assumed based on my experience, I am assuming again. It seems that the AI cars are, if there's only 3 races, they're unupgraded, level 1 upgrades, and then level 2 upgrades. Unupgraded, level 1 upgraded, level 2 upgrades. But now see, this one has 4, so it has a fully upgraded version. This one doesn't seem to have a fully upgraded version. Yeah, let me just do the race. If I don't do well, then I'll have to do the upgrades. Then I'll have to do another race, but that's okay. I'll get the experience out of this race. I'll let this go, whatever it is, but if I don't finish in first, I'll replay it and with the upgrades. That's the way to do it. Because I don't have the miles in to upgrade this, because this is not the car I used. They gave me a different car, but to use that car, or was this the car I used? I could have swore I used this car. Wait, this is a different... Is this the same livery? I have a different sponsor patch on the hood of my car. Is this not my default livery? Did I pick the wrong one? I don't know. Because this does not look like the sponsor patch on my other cars. I don't remember the sponsor, but it was, I know it was yellow. So it kind of matched the livery. The hood sponsor. Now, you know, white is okay too. It doesn't clash at least. I can turn the sponsor patches off. But, you know, I don't mind the sponsor patches. And it has nothing to do with whom the game sponsor, who I have set as my sponsor, my career sponsor that I get to select, because those things are all broken anyway. Highway Buster, I know I can do multiplayer races in career mode because I have accidentally been in lobbies in career mode playing against only AI cars because there was private lobbies. However, I don't know if I can get career mode stats because I was doing career mode, which I wouldn't want to do anyway, but I was playing career mode accidentally in a private lobby, and I was not getting stats for it. And it was I was the only person in the private lobby. So my guess is that you can play career mode in a single player lobby, but you wouldn't get stats for it. I mean, any stats. I didn't get, not only did I not get racecraft, whatever the stats are, I didn't get mileage stats or anything like that either. Not only did I not get money, I didn't even get stats for the miles. Which makes sense, because if you're doing a single player career mode playthrough, you don't want it to affect your multiplayer career mode playthrough. But the question is, if you're doing a multiplayer playthrough, they should give you stats that carry over. I guess, assuming you're playing with the same multiplayer. You know, they should have separate stats for single player and multiplayer, and I don't know if they do. I didn't appear to get any stats for multiplayer, but that might be because I was playing against the AI. I don't know. They made so many weird design decisions in this game. I have no idea. Whatever seems to make sense to me isn't necessarily what made sense to them. I was not in charge of the development of this game. Had I been in charge of development, I would have not spent money on the actors. That's the first thing I would have said. Nope, we're not hiring real actors. We're going to use goofy 3D graphics for the story mode, because that's all it deserves. Gonna hire the cheapest animators we can find, and they're gonna do like GoldenEye 007 level of graphics. The rave. If you're not familiar with GoldenEye 007 or any of the rave, they're like the earliest. They predate the fourth place. Okay, I'll redo it now that I can upgrade the car. GoldenEye 007 is probably one of the most famous Nintendo 64 games. It was licensed based on the movie. But the graphics are like, the number of polys in a model are like 10. And so of these 10 surfaces, they have shadow. I guess it's kind of like Quake. Not quite as good as Quake, because the PCs were better than the Nintendo 64. And they both came out around the same time, I think. 97, late 90s, so. Alright. Again, semi-pro. Again, touring. Again, I failed to meet the objective, so I will play it again. And again, they're going to give me the wrong car for default. That's gotta be a bug. But now I should be able to upgrade it. Oh, there are stage 3 upgrades available. Which I won't be able to get, probably. Major engine upgrade and acceleration produce more power. Okay, well I would like to get the stage 3 upgrades, but there's only 3 races in this thing, and I'm not gonna get the miles for it. Am I? I need 35 miles. I've only got 7 so far. I'm gonna have to do my own, because I'll only have 14 miles if I redo this race. I don't know how many miles I'm going to get for this race, but it's probably not going to get me up to the 25. So I've got enough now to purchase the stage 1, which is all I need for this race. But for the second race, this is the second race. For the third race, I'm probably going to need to do a custom event. Oh, it's so frustrating that you can't get enough stuff in career mode. You have to do custom events to actually progress through career mode to be able to get the upgrades you need. And also to be able to meet the sponsorship requirements. You cannot get enough races in only playing career mode to satisfy the sponsorship requirements, as well as the upgrade requirements. So you're forced basically to do your own custom races. Maybe you get them in story mode, but even then it's doubtful, because story mode only consists of like 30 races total in multiple classes of vehicles, but only 30 races total. Most of them are in just a select number of classes. So maybe you get in story mode, you would get maybe in story mode you would get you know, a couple of cars upgraded to where they need to be, but not all of your cars. Maybe they expect that you're going to do story mode 4 or 5 times before you decide to go to career mode, because the story mode is so awesome. You're going to want to watch those cutscenes 4 or 5 times. We spent tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on those actors. So we know that we spent only $20 on the writer, but we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on the actors. Okay, we spent another $2 on the script editor. So, you know, what's that? We paid the director at least $10. It's actually not poorly directed, but it is fairly decently acted. They put way too much time and energy into the story mode, in other words. What I'm saying is, for what you get, if the story mode was, you know, I could put up with it being hokey if it was if you could skip it completely, which, you know, you can skip the cutscenes, but you still have to put up with the storyline. When you start the race, you know, they tell you the storyline, and you know, you don't have to watch the cutscene, but your engineer is in your voice telling you before you start the race what the situation is and everything. So you still have to be, even if you skip the live acting, both in text and in audio, they tell you what the story is. So you can't completely not participate in the hokiness of the story mode. But I would be willing to do that if it was substantial, but it's only like 30 races for the entire story mode. And that's, I think it's 32 races, something like that. I mean, you can get through them, and they're no longer than these races. 10-minute races, 30 of them, and a lot of them aren't even 10 minutes. Well, let's say 10-minute races, 30 of them, that's 300 minutes, that's that's about, what is that, 4 hours of gameplay? 5 hours of gameplay? 5 hours of gameplay. So, yeah, that's not a lot. Of course, you watch all the cutscenes, that doubles the time. Now, you can buy the DLCs, and what the DLCs give you is a few more cars, which I have because I bought the premium edition, whatever that gives you the DLCs. And it gives you more story mode, but for each DLC, it only comes with like 10 more races. So, with, I don't know how many DLCs are available. 4? 5 maybe? In fact, less, like 8 races. So basically, if you buy all the DLC, you can double the number of story mode races. But they're goofy. They're not part of the main story. They're just new stories. They're different stories. Like one story is the origin of the bad guy people. 16th! I think I need to upgrade my car farther. I finished 4th last time, so it might have just been poor driving. I was not holding the line very well. Well, yeah, that's the objective. Okay, I am going to, first of all, take a break, because I'm at the end of my time here for this YouTube episode, and it's time for my break on Twitch. So I am going to take a break, folks. For those of you watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. It's usually more than a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. I need 9 more miles. But that's going to be it for the YouTube episode. The next YouTube episode will be out the next weekend at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is midnight UK, and what is it? Noon the next day in New Zealand, something like that. Anyway, so yep, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode, I'll be starting with a custom race to get my miles up, and I will. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.